Rangers haven't defended that very well. And if you look at the way the Penguins have played, I'd say they've been the quicker team. They've been better around the front.
And they score right off the face-off. Justin Brazeau, his first goal as a Penguin. Anthony Mammoth retrieved the puck for him, and Pittsburgh has the lead with 32 seconds to go in the first period. Trocheck snaps it in. Shesterkin's coming out of the net. 2:20 to go. The net empty for New York, and the extra attacker on. The net empty for Malkin. Brazeau. Empty net. Score. Justin Brazeau has both goals, and the Penguins lead 2-0 with 2:12 to go. As the Rangers got the puck in the zone. Fox sends it toward the net. Stopped at the bottom of the circle. Shot toward an empty net, and another goal. This one for Blake Lizotte. And it's a 3-0 lead.
They only had one opportunity against the Rangers on Tuesday night. Did not score on first goal here tonight. Malkin centers in front. Sorokin gets a piece of the shot and tight. Still loose. They score! Evgeny Malkin's got a power play goal for Pittsburgh. And the Pens strike first.
Mammoth did go down the tunnel to get some repairs after that, as you'd expect.
Pushed ahead for Hollander, trying to get a step. Schaefer there with him, drops it for Brunik. He'll shoot. Scores! The first goal of the NHL career for Harrison Brunik. Across, Raquel has to field it off the half wall. He will. 10 seconds on the 4-on-3. Down low, Malkin. Center scores! It's Sidney Crosby! And the Penguins, with a power play goal, take the lead back. Rolling pucks. Caleb Jones able to handle it. Banks it forward for Malkin. Outlet pass. Springs Brazeau. He's got a step. Backhander scores! Justin Brazeau! And Fuego! Penguins go up 3-2. Kindle swipes it ahead for Philip Hollander off his stick, and Gavrikov will outlet it. Kindle steals it at center, and here he comes, the rookie flying on in. Shoots! Scores! Get that puck! Ben Kindle's got his first goal in the NHL! Shea up ahead for Anthony Mammoth, tries to deflect that deep into the Duck zone. He gets it back, and Mammoth flings it across for Brazeau. Drops it for Malkin. Cross ice, hoping for Shea. He finds him. Snapshot tipped in. They score! Justin Brazeau, the big man in front. And 1:03 seconds in, the Penguins take the lead.
I talked to him yesterday after their skate, and he was smiling, loving how he's been playing and creating. Wish the points were there.
Score! A redirect by Rickard Rakell, and the Penguins with some hot sticks in front. Up 2-0.
He's led the rush a few times.
Rust to Crosby right on the ice, and in he comes. Crosby across Mammoth, holds, shoots, scores! Anthony Mammoth's got his first in Pittsburgh black and gold. And the Penguins have tied it up.
Malkin scoops up the loose puck. Malkin into the circle. Wrists one. He scores! Through the 5-hole of Anton Forsberg. And Evgeny Malkin ties Pierre Turgeon. Up ahead, center ice. It's chipped in a tumbling puck as Achari puts a touch on it. Connor Dewar scores! Just a bit of a broken play. Hay 19 gets it past Forsberg, and we're tied up at 2. Over to Rakell, who's on this PK now. Here come the Pens. Rakell over the Kings line. He fires off the elbow. Loose puck, second attempt won't go. Hollander scores! Philip Hollander's first career goal is short-handed, and it puts the Penguins on top. 3-2 here in LA. Kempe downstairs, taken away by Wotherspoon. He'll send it around the board. Sid's got it up to the neutral zone, goes for the empty net. He scores! An ENG for Sidney Crosby Career goal number 627. And the Penguins go up by 2 late here in LA.
Come really tight and picking each other up. Just that bond and friendship going through that together.
Letang scores! Crosby in front with the tap-in. And Chris Letang has his first point of the season. Sidney Crosby, his first even-strength goal of the year. And it's 1-0 Pens in the second. We're so grateful that you did to play that. That's unreal. That is so cool.
Well, it's hard to keep, updating the format from VHS to DVD.
Brazeau over to Mammoth. He scores! The big line comes up big. A 2-0 lead for the Penguins here in the third period.
Karlsson behind his own net for Crosby. At center, Malkin, and he buries it. And that will do it.
Now, he was stretching out of his own. He might as well have had a defense jersey on, but he was in black.
Throws it off the outside of the net. Lazat flips it ahead. Achari banks it back to the point. There's Wotherspoon. He'll shoot. Scores! And there's the reward. There's Brazeau. Puts it in front. Unable to convert. Here's Letang for Novak. 40 seconds on the power play. Novak scores! Tommy Novak with his first in Pittsburgh black and gold. And it's a power play goal to put the Pens in front.
Undressing Hughes and trying to get it to that back post again. But just so smart off the faceoff.
Crosby the steal and the score! Sir Sidney with a snipe. 3-1.
It just kicked loose. A great sequence of saves right there.
Malkin back in. Shoot, save made, rebound, score! Mammoth driving the net. And the Penguins have blown it open. Letang. Bounce down, Mammoth, back in front, Brazeau, scores! Brazeau, the power play goal! Chris Letang, 600 assists, the 20th defenseman ever in league history. Cross it comes, Malkin, up top, Karlsson lets it fly, save made, rebound there! It stays out. Russ, back in front, Crosby scores! Power play goal for Pittsburgh, and it's 1-0. All the way down it comes. Raquel lets it go along to Crosby. Fresh on the ice is Karlsson. He'll snap it, deflects in front, they score! Raquel taps it in tight, and the Penguins go up 2-0. Stepping up is Karlsson, lets it go. Novak takes it. Slides it over to Kindle. He's got some space to Novak. Back to Kindle. He scores! Oh, the rookie with a missile. And the Penguins go back up 2. Wotherspoon at the left point. Karlsson. Pass reaches Dewar. He'll shoot. Scores! Connor Dewar slips it underneath Bobrovsky, and the Penguins again punch back against the champs.
Huge moment here. Karlsson up at the blue line. Rust. Malkin in front. Crosby scores. And the Penguins answer back again. Second of the night for Crosby.
At Nationwide, Washington came away with the victory 5-1. Anthony Mantha cutting in, slows the pace down. He's going to saucer it all the way across. Ryan Shea darts it, fire, scores! And Pittsburgh has a 1-0 lead. Ryan Shea.
Well, Columbus with an opportunity there to get their first lead of the night. As this puck's going to bounce to center. With just a power play goal in just 3 games this year. As Mantha shoots, he scores! That's the turn of events. Anthony Mantha picks the corner, and the Penguins go back in front. Novak trying to get a step around Marchenko. He does. Throws it in front. Save, rebound, comes up top, Letang, scores! A power play goal for Pittsburgh! And the first of the year for Chris Letang. Malkin fields it, across, it's Carlson, throwing it back towards Malkin as Shelops is going to go to the bench. Extra skater on, across for Rust, he ties the game! Brian Rust scores his first of the year, 4-4! They had a 5-game point streak snapped in that shootout loss to Columbus.
Getting a look at Hallander right now on this top line. Keeps a puck in at the blue line.
Here's Rust moving in, shoots, he scores! Well, the line clicks, 39 seconds in, and Brian Rust has goals in back-to-back games. It's 1-0.
First shot, first goal for the Penguins here tonight.
And here they come again. Malkin racing on in, holds it, centers, they score! 2 goals in 55 seconds. Anthony Mantha and the Penguins have come out ablazing here against St. Louis. Delay call here on St. Louis. Good possession by the Penguins. Wotherspoon for Carlson, over to Crosby. Back over, Wotherspoon shoots, he scores! Parker Wotherspoon with his first in Pittsburgh black and gold, and the Penguins take the lead back. Rust back over to Wotherspoon, takes a look, shoots, hit Hollander. Friendly fire there, comes down low to Crosby. Up top, one-timer, Carlson, redirection, score! The goal to Rust, but for Sidney Crosby, it's 1,700 points. The captain climbs to rarefied air. Here it comes to Parayko, lost the handle, Rust punches it ahead, Crosby is gone! Save, home for rebound, score! Sir Sidney lights the lamp, and the Penguins build a 5-3 lead with 3:21 to go. It's Sid's night. So Sidney Crosby adds to his team lead with his 7th goal. The net's empty, Malkin scores! Evgeny Malkin adds one for Pittsburgh, and they're pulling away late. It's 6-3.
74 in the orange. Mantha steered one off for Brazeau on the entry. Brazeau dragging through, and Brazeau scores! Oh, it's been the year of Justin Brazeau to start the season, and the Penguins strike first. On the move, flipped one for Rust. Now it's Hollander with a shot swallowed up by Sealer. Crosby in behind, tried to backhand one out. They score! This game is tied. Sidney Crosby ties it in Philly.
Start next week. Here's Novak, centers in front. The stuff attempt was denied by Gustafsson. Comes back to Shea. He shoots and scores! Ryan Shea as the Penguins kept on pushing, and they have the equalizer. 1-1.
Penguins with a nice push here, though, of late. Great chances.
Face-off win off the icing. Here's Shea. His shot tipped in. They score! Brian Rust right there, right in. And the Penguins take a 2-1 lead in St. Paul. So the Penguins on their first power play, a chance to really take control of this game here in the third. Malkin for Crosby. Across, one-timer, Carlson missed the net. Malkin punched it wide. It's loose in front. They score! Ben Kindle! A power play goal for Pittsburgh, and the rookie cashes in up top the crease. Kaprizov tries to shoot, blocked by Mantha. He's going for that empty net. Scores! Anthony Mantha with some insurance late. And the Penguins build a 4-1 lead here in St. Paul. Here's Kindle and Malkin. Carlson walks the line, back over to Malkin, up to Carlson. He'll fire, deflected in, they score! It's Crosby at the side of the net, and a power play goal for Pittsburgh late in the second makes it 4-1.
I didn't know if they'd have enough time.
Heavy shoulder from Dylan DeMello. He's back to the action as Lizotte spins away from Scheifele. Here comes Lizotte to the net. They score! Nolan Chari knocks it in tight. And don't go anywhere. The Penguins make this a 2-goal game with 9:33 to go.
Concussion. Tanev had just returned to the lineup after missing 2 games.
Yeah, that was great news. Crosby now. Carlson. He scores! Erik Karlsson flashes on the weak side. And his flash turns into a dash. 6:52 left in period 1. Pittsburgh off and running. Excellent work by Pittsburgh. Letang, Koivunen to the outside Shea with a shot off the glove of Stolarz. Loose in the crease. They score.
Guys, that's got to be high on Kindle. I mean, from my vantage point, when he goes up to get this, we'll see. There's no call from the officials yet. It's CJ Luxmore behind the net. They haven't made a call yet.
He'll delay, pull up. Nice pass for Malkin. It's stopped. Malkin again gets to it. A loose stick on the ice. Broken stick, and Rust will clear it out of there. Tyndall cradles, shoots it. He scores! Ben Kindle with a short side stinger. 8:10 left to go in the second period.
Karlsson thought about a one-timer. Shot pass instead. Malkin right back to Karlsson. The puck smartly moving around on this power play for Pittsburgh. And Rust, he was the shooter. Kindle seam pass. Shot. Kindle to Crosby. A power play goal. And the Penguins have the lead. Great puck movement on both power plays for Pittsburgh. They scored on their first. Rust in the bumper. It's Karlsson. Shot. Save Lindgren. Guess who? The captain does it again. 2-0 Penguins. It's their first again. Up in the air. Kept onside for the moment by Graves. Novak has it. Novak to the backhand. Save Lindgren. The rebound. Score! Novak chased his own shot. Squeezed it past Lindgren. 3-0 Pittsburgh. Look to chip ahead to Wilson. That's taken right back by Erik Karlsson. Here's Kindle flying in. Gets to the goal line and uses the wall. Malkin snaps one down low. Beautiful pass. The finish by Rust. And Pittsburgh's got the lead back. A power play goal. As we say, heads to the bench. Extra attacker on. Shot off the outside of the net by Faravari. It is Ovechkin. He's the extra attacker. Empty net. Just as soon as Charlie Lindgren left the crease. Connor Dewar with an empty net.
Chalowski's stick was held up, so he couldn't clear. Crosby spins to the corner. Back behind the net. Crosby finds Rust. Momentum taking him to the wall, so he gets to the Graves with a headhunter, and they score. It was deflected in front.
Went off of Palat.
And we're tied at 1.
Off the face-off, Karlsson connects to Wotherspoon. As that made it through a sea of bodies. Here's Wotherspoon. Passes to Malkin. Centers in front. They score! Tommy Novak punches it home. And the Penguins off and running against LA. Off to Novak over the line. Stripped to the puck right on the Letang stick. And a save by Kemper. Mantha, nice tap pass to Letang. Back to Mantha. He scores! Give and go to perfection. And a PPG for PGH from Anthony Mantha has the Pens up 2-1. Tommy Novak jumps in there, as does Evgeny Malkin. Bunting smacks it. Pinching was done, though. Down low for Malkin. His pass deflects in. Evgeny Malkin scores! What a bounce from Malkin and the Penguins. And they have the first goal here in Sweden. So Heinen gets in the lineup, looking to make his presence felt right now. Wotherspoon sends it across to Karlsson, back up top. Here's Parker Wotherspoon, a little head fake, wrist shot, score! Wotherspoon from distance, and the Penguins strike first here in Stockholm. Back in, a backhander sails around. Malkin controls, centers for Hayes, shoots, saves Saros. Malkin back in front, he scores! Magnetic Malkin in Sweden. Everything he puts to the net goes in, and the Penguins take a 2-0 lead. Rust right on net, missed by a hair as it curls around to Koponen. His second career assist this afternoon as it comes back towards Letang. Wrist shot blocker to side by Saros. Another shot, they score! Sidney Crosby rips it past Saros, and the Penguins are rolling here in Stockholm. Blocker to side by Murashov, cleared by Koponen. Granted, that was a 1-0 game. This one's 3-0. Lizotte picks it off. Lizotte to the empty net. He scores! And Blake Lizotte rewarded for an excellent game, an excellent season so far. The empty netter makes it 4-0. Rust trying to accelerate, pick up it, and he does. Off to Wotherspoon. Then Dewar dumps it in. Rust is after it. Grubauer's out of the net. Plays it right to Dewar. Back in front. Crosby scores! Look what he found! A turnover by Grubauer, and the captain capitalizes. Again, it's Crosby with the puck on his stick. Kindle gives it back to the captain. Malkin sends it in front. It's loose there. They're digging for it. Stopped by Grubauer. Still loose. They score! Malkin on the power play, and the Penguins take the lead for the first time tonight. To Graves, opens up. Rust skate the stick. His pass pinballs off the body to the neutral zone. And Timmins turns it over. Sabres are changing here. Here comes Dumba. Looking to shoot. He scores! Matt Dumba, his first in Pittsburgh black and gold, opens up the scoring in this one. And the Penguins lead it. A shot, save made by Lukin, and hops right back in front. Rust has it, turns, fires, block, gets it back, still has it, scores! Brian Rust! The puck followed him and went to the back of the net. And the response from the Rusty Razor has the Penguins back in front. They'll throw it, looking back for Malkin, deflects off the Sabre to center. Carlson over the attacking line, throws it in front, they score! Kevin Hayes, his first of the year, and the Penguins get some insurance. With the extra skater on, the centering pass, Jarry robs Zucker. Oh, what a save by Tristan Jarry, and the back door. Thompson. Oh, Tristan Jarry's best two stops just happened. Behind an incredible effort. Dewar's got a chance to ice it. He scores!
Losing his footing was Wood. Pass down low for Rust. A chance denied by Greaves. And then a follow-up try. Puck is loose. Still no whistle. Rust can't pull the trigger. Back to Letang. Letang down low for Crosby, and he scores. We've seen that combination so many times. Letang to Crosby, 1-0 Pittsburgh. And as always,
took it easy on me. He took it easy on me.
Oh, okay. Where's that footage? I'm gonna go look that up. Underway here in the third. Brian Rust shoots and scores. Rust, who left in the second period, returns to score 13 seconds into the third period. It's 3-2. Around it comes and out of the zone. It's a long way to go in this one. Jackets with points in 6 straight here on home ice. Tony Novak in the direction of Crosby. Can he get there? He does, and he scores! Sidney Crosby catches up to that puck and is able to bury it to tie the game up at 3. Malkin checked hard into the glass by Provorov. And Pinelli sifted out of there. It comes loose to the circle. The setup here in front. Letang, and he scores! 59 seconds into overtime. It's Chris Letang to win it for the Penguins 4-3.
Real sloppy all night.
Yeah, they've lost their grip as the top power play in the NHL, overtaken by Dallas. As they score! And that's the way to get it started. Ben Kindle swats it home, and the rookie answers for Pittsburgh. Sends it across, bounced off of Hayes. Loose puck comes back to Hayes. Down low, Crosby scores! And that goal moves Sidney Crosby into sole possession of 15th all-time in NHL history, number 641 for the captain.
Shea to the puck. And he'll move it to center ice. Mantha right up the middle, off of the right side. Rust with room, the shot. Save there, rebound. They scored. Who else? But Sidney Crosby to pound home the rebound. And it's 1-0 Pittsburgh. They kill off the penalty and score right afterward. Penguins now get their turn with a power play. Obels, you saw him in the box. He's off for holding. So after 4 power plays for the Flyers, the Penguins get their turn, and they have a dynamic power play as Rust into the slot. Crosby scores. That didn't take very long. Crosby's second of the night, and it's 2-1. Crosby to Rust, and then back out to Carlson. Cross ice, Malkin. They get set up with ease, and there's Rust. Firing, he scores! Brian Rust beating Dan Vladar. The power play doing the damage for the Penguins. Down to Novak, out to Malkin for the drive that goes wide. Novak got it again, back to Malkin. He'll wind up and blast again. That one blocked out in front. They twist it in front for a shot, and they score! Novak able to beat Vladar. A third power play goal for the Penguins. Back to York. Slides it in along. Crosby is... No, here's Kevin Hayes with a breakaway, and he scores! So Kevin Hayes gets a goal against his former teammate. Salutes his brother. And it's 5-1 Pittsburgh. A night that has gone the Penguins' way in a big way.
Ends up near side with Novak. Chris Letang gives it up to the rookie Koivunen. Back to Letang. Walks the line. Looks. Koivunen in. Takes the shot and scores. And it's another power play goal for the Penguins. And that's the first career goal for Ville Koivunen. The Stu shovels a backhander across to Lilleberg. Lilleberg dishes off. In tight quarters, it's given up to Malkin. Evgeny Malkin is in. Scores. That guy is not going to miss a chance like that, and it is 2-0 Penguins.
Not many guys can make a move like this either.
And they lose that one. Penguins set up again. Moved into the corner. Crosby gets it back to Malkin. There's a shot tipped, and they score. Blast from Carlson, and the tip in front, I believe, by Kindle. Rust was there as well, and now it's going to be Kindle, the kid. They've got 2 goals from rookies tonight, and it is 3-0 Penguins. Coming off a skate, it's going to be picked up by Carlson. Carlson lobs this one all the way down, batted down by Dustu, ends up with Mantha, the give, and they score! A broken play that's finished off by Evgeny Malkin, and the Penguins have the lead back.
Malkin does it again. It's unfortunate, this long lob pass that's in the air.
Back where Graves is able to get there, fire off for Achari. Brace for some contact after gloving it first. Penguins move it, shot, score! Connor Dewar uncorked a shot from the slot after the Penguins effectively. And Crosby once more springs it for Shea. Shot pinballed off bodies. Novak, Crosby, Letang, one-timer, scored! The missiled shot, Novak was in front. Looked like he got a piece, and the Penguins reclaim the lead.
Prepared, yep. They're prepared to play. They're prepared for 7:08 puck drop or whatever time it is. Score! Off the draw, Noel Acciari, his first of the year. And the Penguins strike first again. Cranks it down low to Rust. 25 seconds in the period. It's Shea. Carlson, one-timer, fought off by Husso. Rebound, he got that too from Novak. And then Novak banks it in! Tommy to go. As Crosby wins the face-off, right back to Carlson. Here is Sidney Crosby feeding it down low. Mammoth in front, score! Anthony Mammoth gets a bounce, and the Penguins take the lead on a power play goal. This shot pinballs to Novak. Works away from Matheson. Novak all the way around the world and throws it in front. Crosby to Rust. Scores! And a little bit of life. Brian Rust with the goal. Sidney Crosby 4 points away from Le Magnifique. A 6-on-4 power play with Jari pulled. Under 5 minutes to go in regulation. Here's Carlson. A shot. Score! Power play goal for Pittsburgh. Erik Karlsson picks the corner, and it's 4-2. Yeah, you're right. Ever since that San Jose power play, things have definitely been tilted in the Sharks' favor. Penguins will look to tilt it back here. Mantha steps in. Shoots, save made, rebound, score! Crosby in front. Puts it past Askarov, and the Penguins have tied it on a power play goal from the captain. Kindle passing ahead from McGroarty. He's going to turn it back up ice, make a move, a shot, score! Rutger McGroarty with a snipe! His first of the year, the Penguins take their first lead of the game.
Make something happen.
Shea drive kicked out by the left leg of Yaroslav Askarov as another shot comes in front. Achari backdoor, and he scores! A little depth production from the Penguins, and Kevin Hayes is on the board. It's 3-1. Here's Carlson. Rust backdoor. Raquel, the feed in front is loose. Rust shot sails wide. 10 seconds of the period. Crosby. Rust scores! You cannot stop this power play. You can only hope to contain it. Raquel shovels it up the wall to Mantha, then Crosby, and here's Carlson. Back to Crosby. Carlson throws it to Rust in front. Loose, they score!
Went down pretty hard.
Here's Kindle off a turnover, and this line was real good yesterday across Brazeau. Spins it in front. Score! Rutger McGroarty knocks it in. 48 seconds into this one. The Penguins strike.
From the area, scored the last goal in that arena.
Turnover here, Rust chips it on net, scores! It's snuck through Vamelka, and Brian Rust stays hot. The Penguins go up 2-0.
End up having to block shots. Rust with a block, Crosby with a block.
Look out, a breakaway pass, and Ben Kindle right down 5th Avenue, scores! Kindle beats Vamelka, and the Penguins go up 3-0 early in the second. Jersey got in the lane.
And that's one way to slow Jersey down.
Kindle, pass back, Carlson, wrist shot, score! Brazeau with the tip in front, and the Penguins dig themselves back into this hockey game.
He's got 2 points already here in the first period. This one flipped right off the linesman. It came to Matt. The backhand kicks that rebound. They score! Tommy Novak gets a late one back for Pittsburgh.
Chased after by Podkolzin. Rust whiffed on a pass. He regathered. Got it to Carlson. Rust, goal line. Raquel across. Crosby double clutch. Carlson one-timer. He scores! The Pittsburgh power play strikes again. Sidney Crosby inches closer to Mario as the Penguins inch closer to the Oilers.
This one tipped off the apron. Down goes Rust. No call on that. Puck around the boards. Carlson tipped in tight. They score! Brian Rust cleans it up. And Pittsburgh within 2 yet again. And still 3:09 to go.
Well,
slot passes, everything about their game has been amped up. But I think they're going to get a big charge here out of Tristan Jarry, and the way he handles the puck and the way he competes in that net.
And the Penguins scored here. Danton Heinen with 13.4 left. Puts up the fourth goal against Jarry and his return to Pittsburgh.
Here's Crosby, passing to Raquel, hopped off his stick, comes back in front, Raquel pokes it on net, save, Crosby rebound, blocked, Carlson puts it in front, Crosby scores! Make room, Mario! Sidney Crosby has tied Lemieux's franchise points record, and history is on the horizon. Mantha kicks it free. Back to the point for Carlson. Crosby winds and blasts, deflects in front, score! That's it! That's history! The kid is now the king! Sidney Crosby has passed Mario Lemieux for the most points ever by a Pittsburgh Penguin. Just going to take a couple glances as Chris Letang will move it up ice. Skips it in the air. May have Achari here. He's got him. Achari opens up. Scores! No, Achari top shelf. And the Penguins go back in front. Here comes Raquel. Also going wide.
McMahon trying to get it through. That blocked by Letang, turning with it Crosby. He's got Brian Rust in. Rust on the breakaway, and the game is tied. Well, similar looking plays. And 44 seconds after Nylander's breakaway goal. It'll come to McGroarty. Kindle goes to the front of the net. Ryan Shea shooting. Stopped by Wall, and the rebound is in. McGroarty scores. And it's 3-2. And that go wide. Carlson steps up. Brazeau again, that hit a leg. Pittsburgh taking the play, and they've tied the game. Mantha shot gets through. A dominant minute results in the game-tying goal.
And he was the one who had that good look that Knight just shut down. Shot off the far side, stopped by Knight. Rebound tumbling around. Chipped on goal, they score! Swept into the net in a scramble. And the Penguins open the scoring. Wotherspoon picks it up, puts it back to the near boards where Letang feeds it over to Crosby on the attack. Nice pass to Russ with the shot. And it's in. Top shelf and back out again, but it's a goal by Russ on a terrific pass by Crosby, and it's 2-0 Pittsburgh. Novak. Anthony Mantha from behind the net. Got it in front. They score. Put in by Brazeau on a setup by Mantha, and it's 3-0 Pittsburgh. And that'll do it for the final few seconds of the power play. Fed across. Shea stops. Penalties over. Rust out of the box. Has the puck. Has one in this first period. Got a shot away and has two now. Brian Rust from the penalty box gets his second of the period and makes it 4-0. Starts with the face-off. Penguins get control off the draw. Played across, fed to the slot, now down low. Brazeau scores! And the big forward, Justin Brazeau, gets his second of the game and makes it 5-1. Tag team there between Doc and Foligno as they give Tommy Novak a rough ride. Meantime, the Penguins on the counterattack. There's a shot, they score! And that might be a hat trick for Brazeau. I think he tipped it.
I think so too. He did.
A hat
piece
trick
of that
for Justin Brazeau, and it's 6-1. Hawks buzzing. Feels like if they get one more before the end of the period, it could be a very interesting third.
has to be the goal.
Oh, meantime, it's the other way. It's Achari on a ricochet off the end board, side of the goal, in front. And that hurts.
For Raquel. Floated deep inside Carolina territory. Miller off the outside of the net. Russ takes it away. Centers Crosby. Scores! The Opportunistic Penguins strike again. It's the captain. It's 1-0. Here's Brett Kulak, outlet pass, gets to Brazeau, trying to split the defense, and he scores! Brazeau with the beauty. What can't this guy do? It's 2-0.
It's been almost 2 years since the Penguins scored a power play goal against the Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah, you heard me, 2 years. They're 0 for the last 27.
Here's Rust, shot, save, rebound, score! And there is that power play goal. Anthony Mantha, the big man in front, pokes it home, and it's 3-0. Carlson's got it back, over to Parker Wotherspoon. Cross ice pass onto the tape of Novak. Dips inside the line, wrist shot, score! Tommy Novak. Little seeing eye shot from distance. And it's 4-0 Pittsburgh. Carlson will feed it along for Novak. Cross ice pass, Mantha carries in, over to Brazeau, back to Mantha, score! A little give and go from the big men. And Mantha and the Penguins continue to pour it on. 5-0. Either way, they've struck, and Crosby's got it now, and there is Mantha. Up top for Crosby, winds and blasts, scores! The Crosby shot beats Talbot, and the Penguins have a power play goal, and the first one tonight on the first shot of the night. Erik Karlsson with one of the assists, so now at 899 career points. For all of you at home that are wondering, here comes Crosby, he scores! Oh, the captain has come to play tonight. Sir Sidney with a quick deuce, and it's 2-0.
How good has this line been tonight?
Dewar stopping and starting. To the point, it's Wotherspoon. Here's Carlson, wrist shot, save, rebound Lazat, poked wide, score! Blake Lazat! The fourth line finds a way, and the Penguins go in front with just over 4 minutes left.
It was Chris Letang with the OT dub. That's really smart puck possession and a clean change for the Penguins.
Letang, fresh out there, takes the pass from Rust. Crosby to Letang, scores! Chris Letang with a blast, top shelf, Happy New Year! 2-point party on 5th Avenue as the Penguins take it 4-3.
Muse has done a terrific job, given nobody really had an idea that the Penguins could be this competitive at the start of the year.
Crosby across. Rink-wide pass, Rust shoots, score! Rust from Crosby, and Pittsburgh strikes first. The Penguins have the early 1-0 lead.
PK talked about Mo Sider in the pregame.
Here's a break for Chinakhov. Scores! What a pass from Kindle! Newly arriving Yegor Chinakhov lights the lamp, and Pittsburgh's got the 2-0 lead. Played to this point by Pittsburgh. Can they hold on as we approach the final minute of play? Crosby clears the zone. Raquel after it. The net empty. Ricard Raquel, the empty netter for the Penguins to put it away. He kept him right where he was, and it has worked to perfection. As we approach the final half minute of play, the net's still empty. So Dewar fires one and pads the lead.
All the way around back to St. Ivany. He'll shoot, tipped wide by Koivunen.
Oh, he was left all alone in front.
Another chance in front. Koivunen scores! Ville Koivunen re-announces his presence in the lineup. It's 1-0. He's charted himself a pretty good career from that point forward. Here's Achari in, shoots, and scores! Oh, this line again. When you need a heartbeat, they provide it, and Noel Achari has pulled the Penguins within 2. One-timer, Novak scores! Oh, the power play cashes in, and we have a game. 4-3 on a power play goal from Tommy Novak. Throws it to the net, deflection, save Greaves. It comes back to Letang. 20 seconds to go. Carlson, great keep at the line. 15 seconds. Crosby, down low to Mammoth. Raquel scores! Raquel! Do you believe it? With the goalie pulled, the Penguins come all the way back. Novak out the center, and he'll change. Carlson, fresh on, there's a man. It's the captain. Crosby right in. He scores! The Penguins win! The Penguins win! Sidney Crosby completes the comeback, and Pittsburgh downs Columbus 5-4 in overtime. Erik Karlsson back in his own zone. Across for Parker Wotherspoon. Here's Crosby. Flicks it ahead for Rickard Rakell. 2-on-2 with Russ. Joining the fray is Karlsson. Shoots! Scores! Erik Karlsson going top shelf on Allen. And the Penguins start this game with the lead once again. Shimon Nemec right back into Penguins territory. Letang tries to slow it in the corner. His pass ahead for Rakell. Outlet trying to spring Dewar. He's got him. Dewar scores! Out of the box and onto the board. Connor Dewar makes it 2-0 Pittsburgh. Puts on the brakes.
1 minute remaining in the period.
Centers it across for Crosby. 12 seconds of the 5-on-3. Crosby across Malkin. Scores! Gino Machino is back. Power play goal for Pittsburgh, and it's 3-0. Kulak gets it back, and he'll flick it back down to the Devil's zone. Jake Allen out of his net there. Banks it away from Achari. Taken back. Achari centering in front. Score! Lazat, 4-1. His pass then intercepted by Klapko, gets dumped by Malkin. Kindle in the neutral zone, Chinakhov moves on in, dishes to Malkin, back to Chinakhov, scores! Igor Chinakhov whistles one past Cooley. We're tied. Here's Mantha. His shot missed the net. Behind the cage, Rakell trying to poke it to Crosby, who's knocked past him. Getzel's got it. Gets around Letang. Who's puck to Malkin. His shot scores! Gino Machino ties the game!
Mantha thought about a shot. Instead, a wrister that goes just wide, shooting for a stick in front, and didn't miss Brazeau by much. Mantha, seam pass in front, score! Brazeau, the one touch from Kindle. Power play goal, tic-tac-toe, and the Penguins have the early lead. Rust in the corner, feeds the point. Letang again, the quarterback. Into the bumper it goes. Crosby a return to Letang. Across to Rust. Rust shoots, score! Another power play goal for Pittsburgh. Rust picks the corner, and it's 2-0 Penguins. That high riser caroms to the far corner, and it's gathered by Novak. Stretch past Malkin. Chinakhov to the net. Score! 3-0 Pittsburgh. Malkin to Chinakhov. In the far corner. Kolosov wasn't sure where it was. Konechny tracked it down. Achari has it. Achari to the backhand. Save made. Flip. Score! Over the shoulder of Kolosov. Hard work by Achari. Gives the Penguins their 3-goal lead back. Uses the end boards. Rust. Back to Malkin. Loaded to Letang with a drive. Tipped wide. Crosby. Scores from Malkin. The trio does it again. Another goal for Crosby. And a 5-1 lead. Achari tries again for Novak. Wotherspoon a drive. Blocked by Abols. Andre can't clear. Novak walks it in. Pass. Score! Connor Dewar from Novak. And Pittsburgh pouring it on
taken the necessary steps, and from a lower body to an upper body now. I hope he can fast track that healing process to get back out there as soon as possible.
Here's Clifton, a shot, he scores! Connor Clifton with his first goal in Pittsburgh, black and gold, and we are tied at 1. Ricard Raquel, knocked past Werenski down into the Columbus end. Monahan sends it around, Crosby intercepts Raquel, scores! Picking pockets and taking the lead, Ricard Raquel puts the Pens in front. Crosby across, Raquel shoots, fought off by Merzlikins. Pushed back down low, Rust tangled up with Werenski. Crosby will go back to the point, Malkin's there. Letang fires, tip, score! They did it again! Sidney Crosby breaking Columbus's heart once more! We're tied! Chinakhov steals it from Eberle, launches it cross ice to Kindle over the line, dumps it back for Mantha, sweeps it around, fresh on is Lizotte. Up top for Wotherspoon, he'll fire, scores! Parker Wotherspoon with a rip from the point. Pass to Cord, and the Penguins are up 1-0. Penguins with the 5th best penalty kill after going 2 for 2 against the Jackets. And here's a turnover. It's Connor Dewar picking pockets. In he comes. He scores! The former Everett Silvertip on a shorty puts the Penguins up 2-0.
Will be a new season into that trade deadline, no question, coming back after that break.
Here's Kulak, a shot, scores! Brett Kulak's got his first as a Pittsburgh Penguin, and it is a snipe. Let's dump back into the Penguins' end. Connor Clifton will take it there for Pittsburgh. Steps away from the pressure of Shane Wright. Anthony Mantha drops it for Brazeau. Fire, scores! Little brazzle-dazzle from Justin Brazeau, and the Penguins go up 2 early in the 3rd. Dunn slows him up just enough so Montour gets there first. Dunn hit behind the net. Crosby takes it away for Raquel. Scores! That dynamic duo has done it again. Crosby the steal, Raquel the finish, and the Penguins with some late insurance. Letang plays it up the wall. Beniers takes it back for Seattle. Behind the net for Eberle, hopped off his stick. Dunn deeper behind the net, intercepted by Lizotte. Ahead for Connor Dewar. He's got the empty net, and he's got 2 in the game. Connor Dewar, icing on the cake, 6-3.
It's almost like I know what I'm talking about as he now ties a career high for 11 goals.
Malkin picks it up behind the Calgary net. Gets it along to Novak. He'll feed it up top. Jack St. Ivany back in the absence of Letang. A shot from Shea deflected in! Evgeny Malkin taps it past Wolf, and the Penguins strike first here in Calgary. Graves for Shea. Malkin takes the pass, moves around Weegar, cross ice, one touch, Chinakhov scores! Tic-tac-toe, and Igor Chinakhov puts the Penguins up 2-0. Ryan Russ trying to dig it free. Russ does have the puck come to him, courtesy of Crosby. He'll take it behind the net, wrap around, attempted foot, they score! Knocked in by the captain. And Sidney Crosby with a huge goal for the Penguins. Brian Russ may have gotten a piece as well. Back to the point, Brusevich fires, glove save, Skinner.
Oh, what a glove save by Stuart Skinner. That was brilliant.
Pens in transition, here comes Novak to the net. He scores! Top shelf Tommy. Novak on the backhand gives the Penguins some insurance. It's 4-1. Team high 22 minutes and 14 seconds of ice time, 3 hits, a block shot, +1. Just continues to look better by the day for the Penguins as Brazeau centers, Mantha scores! Oh, the big men connect! And Anthony Mantha is off the schneid. His first goal in 12 games. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh.
They have tickled the twine first.
Part of the recipe. Brazeau is steal, maybe another chance. He's going to feed Mantha, and he's gone. Anthony Mantha scores! little Mantha magic here early in the first. He's got a pair, and the Penguins are up 2-0. But there is no intimidation with this Penguins team this year. They don't back down from anyone, and they've started hot again. Jay throws it in front, deflection, they score! Sidney Crosby past Tristan Jarry. They're blitzing their old teammate. And it's 3-0 Pittsburgh less than 3 minutes in. And he gets to it first. Jarry thought about coming out for that, then thought otherwise. Russ down low, Malkin. Remember how this started. Evgeny Malkin's pass, handled by Raquel. He scores! And Ricky Rocket goes upstairs, and the Penguins take a 4-1 lead here in the second. Ekholm across. Bouchard drifting. McDavid takes the pass. Malkin picks his pocket. Gino's loose. Here comes Evgeny Malkin. Scores! Evgeny Malkin adds to this Penguins lead, and Gino and Pittsburgh are running Tristan Jarry out of the building. It's 5-1.
Get a return feed from St. Ivany. Novak walks in, dishes off. Chinikov wired one off the crossbar. Is that in?
That's in. It looked like it bulged the back of the net underneath the bar. Did he ever let this go?
6-1 if it counts.
Follow that trade tree.
Nice work there by Chinikov to get it ahead for Novak. Across Malkin, he scores! This trio is something else right now. Chinikov to Novak to Malkin, and Gino puts the Pens up 1. What a drop.
That's what it's like opening up those bags.
Mantha up top, he'll hand it off to Shea, and centering pass, score! And it's the BC kid, Ben Kindle!
It didn't look like he could get there, just outsmarted him with a stick, slipped it by P.O. Joseph.
Oh, Brazeau dances back, and Kindle, he scores! And he shatters the camera! Who writes this stuff? Ben Kindle back in his hometown, has 2 goals, and the Penguins are up 3-0. Bertuzzi digs it free, comes deeper for Vlasic. He's tripped up, a shot from Achari is stopped by Soderblom. Rebound, Dewar scores! And there's the spark from that trio again. Connor Dewar's got a new career high in goals, and it's 1-1. Kindle for Mantha, comes out with it, saves Soderblom, loose in the blue paint. It squirts back towards Wotherspoon. Kept in by Mantha. Across, here's Kindle, scores! Ben Kindle staying hot. And the Penguins have their first lead of the night. It's 2-1. Hope they brought their parkas. Wotherspoon dumps Bertuzzi. Here comes Malkin the other way. Off to Chinikov. Makes a move. Chinikov scores! Igor Chinikov weaves his way down 5th Avenue and puts the Pens up 3-1. Ben Kindle obstructed his route. Majority passing to Shea. Fires ahead for Kindle. Lead pass. Mantha's in alone. He scores! Anthony Mantha, and the Penguins explode for 2 quick goals, and they go up 4-1. Mantha for Kindle, back in front, looking for McGroarty, backhander. Soderblom the save, it's loose. Mantha to Solovyov, across the cup, Shea, he scores! Ryan Shea adds to the party. A 4-goal second, and it's 5-1 Pittsburgh. Here's Ryan Shea. Lazat over the attacking line, drags it, centers. Achari couldn't come up with it, then thrown back in front. Lazat cracking at it, they score!
Mantha looked for a centering pass. Labo is ready for it. Ben Kindle with a stick lift. There's a takeaway on net. It looked like it may have been tipped by Mantha. The Rangers turn it over, and the Penguins make them plays. Anthony Mantha stays red hot. A 4-game point scoring streak. Stumbling, but still slides the puck into the right wing corner. Back to the right point. Clifton keeps it onside. Lazat across, shot, score! Achari roops it, and the fourth line for the Penguins does it again. Power play with 4 seconds to go. Crosby down to Malkin, in front, stopped on net by Raquel, and a save by Quick. Backdoor score! Mantha has his second. Quick made a terrific initial save, but out of position. And the Penguins take advantage, the second for Mantha, and it's 3-0 Pittsburgh. Gets a return from Mantha, and the power play unit sets things up. Into the bumper it goes. Raquel plays it up top. Carlson shoots. Crosby on the doorstep. Puts it side of the net. Score! Crosby to Raquel. Power play goal. And the Penguins have their 3-goal lead back. And the power play goal for the Penguins makes it a 3-goal advantage once again. And you talked about it at the end of the period as Kulak drives the net, stuffs it in front, save Quick, off the post, score! The rebound! Another goal for the fourth line of Pittsburgh. It looked like it was poked home, weak side by Achari for his second. So down by a pair, the net empty for the Rangers as Will Cooley's the extra attacker. And Gavrikov lost it, Kindle found it, eyes the empty net, and scores!
Push it along for Wotherspoon. Cross-ice pass onto the tape of Evgeny Malkin. Charges in. He's got a man. Chinikov scores! Chino to Chino. The Russian connection strikes again, and it's 1-0.
And then you give up a bunch of goals late in that game to the Rangers. So things start to creep in a little bit.
Shea shot stop, rebound, score! Tommy Novak, and the Penguins pull something out of their bag of tricks and have tied this game.
Adam Pelech with a winding shot blocked in front by Justin Brazeau. And the Pens survive all of that and get it out. Brazeau in the zone. Goes wide of Pelech to the slot. A shot, they score! It's 20 goals for Anthony Mantha, who continues his outstanding season. Face off to the right of Ilya Sorokin. One back by Novak. Carlson. Off the pad of Sorokin. Novak to the slot. A shot, they score! A quick hitter. And a beautiful pass to Igor Chinikov, who was unmarked. And the Penguins have tied it. Clifton with a head fake and a move. A miss hit by Raquel.
Good play by Clifton. Unfortunately, that miss hit, as you mentioned, Johnny. Excellent play. That's it.
They score. It's Brian Rust. He sneaks it off Sorokin. 5:51 left in the second period. The Penguins by 1. Pushes everybody back. Defended well by Mayfield. Rubbed right out of the play. Kulak tipped in. Justin Brazeau with a stick along the ice. The Penguins answer back.
His last game was his 800th in the NHL back in mid-January in that 1-0 loss to the Boston Bruins. Loose puck. Avery Hayes has a step. He's on a breakaway. He scores! You can't script this stuff. Big Samuelson to the wall. Thompson up the right wing, kept in by Wotherspoon. Mantha in front. Hayes, he scores! 2 goals for Avery Hayes in his NHL debut. How about it, kid? Bryson knocked down, lost the puck. Kindle has a chance here, 2-on-1 with Brazeau. Kindle holds, shoots, he scores! Ben Kindle snipes it past Lyon, and the Penguins build a 3-1 lead here in the second. Byram. Pass picked off by Chinikov, turns. Snap one, loose in front, they score! Tommy Novak on the doorstep. A huge goal for Pittsburgh. And Tommy does it again, it's 4-2. Around it comes for Thompson, bobbled it. It's Kindle, here's Dewar. He'll shoot for the empty net, miss. Kindle's gonna get there first, and he's got a 2-goal game. All rookies on the score sheet for Pittsburgh, plus Tommy Novak, and a 5-2 advantage for the Penguins. Passes back up top. Evgeny Malkin connects to Mantha. Then it's Letang back over to Malkin. Across it goes. Chinikov Moves on in the slot for Novak. Up top Letang. Malkin back to Letang. He'll fire. Scores! Precision puck movement by Pittsburgh. They got a power play goal, and it belongs to Tommy Novak on the redirect. Here's Mantha, chips it along for Clifton. Right back to Mantha. Guides it over to Shea. He'll fire off the crossbar. Then Clifton off the crossbar and in! Second time's the charm. Bar down for Connor Clifton. And the Penguins go in front 2-1. Chinikov banks it forward. Malkin steers himself away from Pratt. The pass springs in. Chinikov, here he comes. Chinikov scores! And there is some dad straight from Igor Chinikov. New baby, and he'll keep that puck. Change direction. Shelov the save, still loose. Scramble in front. Mercer's got it. Back to Hamilton. Across for Hughes. Picked off by Lazat. Empty net staring him down. Blake Lazat. That one's for Sonny. Some more dad strength from the Penguins. The two new dads find the net.
High slot, some room for a shot by Ricard Raquel, and it wound up in the corner. Rust played it back to Carlson. He lets one go, and they score! Might have been tipped in along the way. A power play goal for Anthony Mantha. And another great start for the Pittsburgh Penguins, up 1-0, just more than 2 minutes in. They have to do their job, making Dubas look good with the way they've performed. But it is remarkable, and a tip of the cap to Dan Muse and his coaching staff, and they score again. Ryan Shea just threw it toward the net through a crowd, and it went in. Looked like it was tipped in by Noel Acciari.
Carlson will take over.
Maybe the fastest first period I've been involved with.
I was just thinking the same thing. I don't know if I've been in a game like this. Here's Ben Kindle, scores! Ben Kindle snaps one by Aiden Hill, and it's Pittsburgh on home ice with a 1-0 lead. Power play set to expire. The tank played behind the net. Out of the box comes Marner. Pittsburgh still pressuring. They score! It's Chinikov who put it off the bar and in. And Pittsburgh, moments after the power play, take a 2-0 lead. Here's Carlson. He'll leave it now for Malkin. Gets it back. Carlson, wrister, blocked out in front. They score! Brian Rust able to find that loose puck in the slot. And a power play goal for Pittsburgh. They lead by 3. It found its way to Evgeny Malkin. Rust. Malkin protecting it with a big frame. Now played out for Carlson. Slap pass to the front. They score! What a look from Carlson to Raquel. Another power play goal for Pittsburgh. The lead is 4. They really have been defensively.
No, you're exactly right about that.
Kindle leaves it. Justin Brazeau scores! Justin Brazeau adds a 5th goal for Pittsburgh.
You're not in it now.
Turnover by Boston. It's Rust with it. Back to the point for Carlson. He'll wrist it. Scores! Erik Karlsson with a heat-seeking missile from distance. The first shot on Swayman gets past him, and the Penguins have the lead.
A good stick in the passing lane for Shea, and Clifton squeezes it out to the neutral zone. Swept by Dahlin, but Rust moves in with Kindle shorthanded. Rust drives the net. Score! We are even one shorthanded goal apiece.
Player of the month in the American Hockey League recalled yesterday. After getting Malkin suspended, is Koivunen. Steps in, big opportunity for him. Down low to Brazeau in front, they score! It's Novak whistling one home from the slot. A power play goal for Pittsburgh, and they're up 1-0. 3.5 off the clock. Flyers have 3 as Rust takes it back in. Here's Chinikov looking to fire. Instead, Raquel wires one and scores! Face-off won by Raquel. Carlson shoots and scores! Erik Karlsson blows it past Benoit Renard, and the Penguins are back in front as this seesaw game continues.
In the zone here is Karlsson. Feeds it to Rust. Karlsson up top. Chinikov opens. Dishes. Raquel back to Chinikov. Fans want a shot. Score! Chinikov! And the Penguins are on the board. Laws makes a glove save here. A lot of injury trouble throughout his career, but he seems to be getting better with age. Dort scores! Top shelf on Korpisalo! McAvoy to slot ahead. Jeannot gets checked hard by Solovyov. Solovyov, outlet. Cross-ice feed. Mantha with a stick. Mantha scores! Tie game!
Pavel Zacha with the finish tonight.
Bruins and Penguins combining for 3 goals in a 2.5-minute span. Long-range shot, save, rebound, score! Mantha! And we're tied again! McAvoy is on it here. Pastrnak gave it away under pressure. Chinikov drags it to net. Lost it. Got it back. Score! Tommy Novak! Penguins win!
Penguins dump it back into the Carolina zone as we close in on a minute left in the first. Kept in at the line by Koivunen. Here's Mantha in the slot, opens up, wrist shot, he scores! Some more magic from Mantha going top shelf. And the Penguins have tied this game late in the first.
Martinuk, no stick.
Here's Karlsson. Chinikov taking a look, throwing it across, Russ shoots, he scores! A power play goal for Pittsburgh as Brian Rust cashes in back door, and it's 2-1. Raquel passing to Rust. Here's Chinikov, back to Rust, shoots, deflected in, they score! That pinballed around, but it got past Anderson. And the Penguins have more than a pulse. Noel Acciari, dirty work in front, it's 4-3. Setting up shot, passes to Chinikov, up top, one-timer, Karlsson, deflection, save, rebound, they score! Brian Rust, and these Penguins will not quit! Down 2 with 2 minutes to go, they've tied the game! Rust first to it, good shift here by the Penguins. Shea across for Letang. Then it's Chinikov, snaps it over towards Shea. Passes to Rust, throws it back door, they score! Ricochets in, an excellent shift start to finish for the Penguins, and it's Rickard Rakell jamming it home in tight. We got a game, it's 2-1. 3:40 on the clock here in this second period. Be huge if the Penguins could find a goal before the end of the period, and they do! Backdoor slam dunk for Ben Kindle. Massive goal for Pittsburgh. Someone's got to be a shooter here as Chinikov takes it back. Then Karlsson. Mantha.
You got to shoot, boys.
Throws it on net and scores! Anthony Mantha's matched a career high in goals. A power play goal for Pittsburgh's, the 25th of the year for Mantha, and they cash in on the 5-on-3. Over the line, Tommy Novak. Stops away from Schmidt, up top, here comes Wotherspoon, shoots, blocked on his way to the net, Novak scores! The pushback for the Penguins continues, and they've tied this game late in the second, Tommy Novak. Chinikov back in, 28 seconds of the power play for the Pens, Letang down low. Chinikov looking back in front, a shot, they score! Brian Rust on the power play, 3-2 Pittsburgh, .800 for Chris Letang. Marino pressured by Acciari. He gets it free, good work by Noel Acciari, back to the point for Karlsson. Across it comes Wotherspoon, shoots, looking for a stick, it's loose in front, they score! Noel Acciari right in front, right to the back of the net. 4-3 Pittsburgh.
Malkin's out of the box. Achari has the puck. Gino through center. He'll cut across. Defer out to Russ. For Malkin, a backhander. He scores! Evgeny Malkin out of the box. Into the fray. And Pittsburgh is off and running. 67 seconds after the Malkin goal. A new story. McCarr now will clear it in. Carlson. A long pass. Mammoth is in. He scores! Take that! Anthony Mammoth roars back. And the Penguins are back. Up by 1. Puck rolls around. And Pittsburgh will settle it. Wotherspoon slams it out to center for Chinakhov. In front, Malkin. He scores! Gino has 2. Evgeny Malkin, with 7 minutes left to go in this first period, makes it 3-1 Pittsburgh. Soderblom is tied up, the former Detroit Red Wing, by Taves. Pinball's back. Here's Carlson with a shot. They score! Elmer Soderblom on the doorstep. Ryan Shea. College hockey at Northeastern. It goes all the way around. Carlson. They score! Tipped out in front. It pinballs by Blackwood. 9:24 left to go in the second period. Just throw it at the net. 3-on-2 shorthanded. Kelly, read by Raquel. And can they start a jailbreak? They do. Brian Rust is in. He scores! Power play goal and a down and out to Brian Rust. And the Penguins have control with a 6-2 lead.
Well, both of him and Manson. Sheriff likes that. Yes. Hunter Dorr.
Soderblom. It comes home. Noel Achari. In the right place at the right time. 10:54 left.
Wotherspoon, good body position there, keeps it away. Carlson for Crosby, got a stick on that. Raquel in pursuit. Throws Chatfield to the wall. There's Crosby on the backhand. He scores! Comeback complete for the captain. In his return, he's on the board, and we're tied at 1. Malkin back in. Banks it back for Raquel. Still 33 seconds of the 5-on-3. Carlson unloads. He scores! Erik Karlsson with a bomb from the point. Beats Anderson clean. A power play goal ties the game.
On Raquel. Raquel doesn't have the puck.
Steal by Rust. He's gone. Brian Rust looking to tie this thing up. He does! Brian Rust through the wickets on Anderson. We are tied at 3. Trying to get away from the pressure of Slavin. He pushes to the line. Great keep by Karlsson. Kick save.
Yeah, his stick was tied up, and somehow Karlsson used his left skate to keep that puck in the zone. That was brilliant.
And now he's got the moves with the stick. Around Aho, shoots and scores! A clinic from Karlsson. How clutch was that? We're tied again. And now the Penguins with a steal and maybe a chance. Here comes Mammoth. He's got Kindle with him. Kindle in alone. He scores! Ben Kindle! The Penguins, hearts of lions. They lead for the first time tonight. Parker Wotherspoon. Back ahead for Malkin. Nice little chip pass. Springs in Chinakhov. Dips to the slot. Fires. He scores! Gino to Chino. And a little Russian magic kicks us off. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh. 1,398 points. That's the 23rd most in NHL history. Back in comes Rust. On the backhand. Centers Raquel. He scores! The Penguins have come back home, and the fuse is lit. Ricard Raquel makes it 2-0. Back to Chinakhov. Karlsson fakes the shot. Here's Chinakhov. Then Wotherspoon. Across for Karlsson. Shoots. He scores! the script, and Carlson gives him the lead back. Scheifele takes it ahead for Winnipeg. Stick check by Girard as bodies collide behind the play, and Rust moves forward. He's got men with him. Carlson takes it, shoots, he scores! EK 65, and the Penguins are once again alive. 4-4 in the third. Sidney Crosby going wide. Crosby takes it on in. He scores! The captain beats Hellebuck clean, and the Penguins go in front in the shootout. Credit to Carolina. They played a hurricane-type game this afternoon as Russ looking for the cutting man. It's Chinakhov, and he scores! Igor Chinakhov finds the back of the net. That will tie his career high in goals with 16. And it's 4-1. Burns lost it to Mantha. He takes contact from Manson. Two big bodies colliding there. Girard at the point. Chinakhov, one-timer, scores! Igor Chinakhov, new career high with his 17th. And that one's a bullet. Russ dumps it in, Raquel after it. McCarr takes a shot from Russ right in front. Raquel scores! And finally, the Penguins break through against Wedgwood. It's 5-2 with 8:13 to go. Tyler Kleven coming off a monster effort in Detroit on Tuesday. Career high 28 minutes. Turnover here. A shot from Raquel. He scores! Hey, Ricky Rocket ties this game at 1 as Ricard Raquel with the breakthrough for Pittsburgh.
If that's on the net, it's in.
Carlson ricochets it back down low. Raquel had to come off his body. What a drag, and then a pass to Carlson. He scores! EK 65 ties it up. His first goal of his career against Ottawa, and what a time for it.
On the road without Sid and without Gino on a 5-on-3, you've been gifted, and you've got to find a way to get at least one here.
Well, they get possession off the draw. Here's Carlson to Raquel. He scores! Opportunity knocks, and the Penguins answer on the 5-on-3. They're up for the first time tonight. Could Ben Kindle have his signature moment?
He's had a great game. Been unflappable all night long.
Penguins win this game if Ben Kindle scores here. Scores! Ben Kindle! A signature shot! You gotta believe in the boys in black and gold! They win it in the shootout. 4-3 the final. Here's Erik Karlsson. Shoots! Blocked in front. Ricochets to Mantha. Feeds it up top for Karlsson. Raquel takes it. Then Karlsson fires, deflected in, they score! Anthony Mantha in front. Karlsson let it fly. It's a power play goal for Pittsburgh, and Karlsson's put the Pens up.
The Dallas Stars got some mo.
Loose puck, Soderblom reaching for it. Wotherspoon across, here's Karlsson, steps in, shoots, he scores! Everything he touches turns to gold. Erik Karlsson with a snipe upstairs, and the Penguins are back in front. And off the outside of the net, Ben chips it forward. Rich Kovian runs into Karlsson, who stole the puck from him. Erik Karlsson dancing. Shot from Soderblom, score! Achari, dirty work in front, and the Penguins have life. It's 4-3. Karlsson works to the slot. Backhander is deflected wide. Achari works through Shen. Rips it on net. Saved by Sorokin. Loose in front. They score! Soderblom, the big man, with a huge goal. Wotherspoon gets to it behind the net. He's got a chance, and he'll lift that to center. Raquel picks it up. One-on-one with Boquist. Raquel short-handed to Russ. Back in front. Raquel. He scores! That is the swing the Penguins needed. A shorty from Ricard Raquel, and it's 3-2. Soucy on his back as it goes back to Clifton. In the corner, Crosby. Shovels it behind the net for Mantha. Shea shoots, he scores! Barzal and Brazeau ahead to Mantha. He scores! The Penguins in front for the first time tonight. Anthony Mantha puts him on his back, and it's 4-3 Pittsburgh. To Brazeau, back towards Mantha, comes behind the net. Letang tangled up with Palat, able to push it free to Brazeau. Then Mantha, backhand, scores! Anthony Mantha putting on a show. Mo feeds the moment, and it's 5-3 Pittsburgh. What a period! Penguins a steal, and here we go. A chance to capitalize. 3-on-1. Kindle shoots, saves, Sorokin rebound. He got that too. Back in front. They score! Avery Hayes, make a name for yourself, kid. 6-3 Penguins in the third. And a loose puck came free to McLean. He couldn't handle the pass. He may have had a lane down the middle. Other way comes Brazeau rumbling in. Hold, shoots, saves Sorokin. They score! It trickled in. Brazeau let it fly. There were bodies in front. And now the Penguins might be running away with this one. They've chased Ilya Sorokin. Ricard Raquel's got the goal. It's 7-3.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Here's Crosby, takes the pass from Letang in the slot. Rust, he scores! And now they're just pouring it on. Brian Rust goes upstairs. It's 8-3 Pittsburgh. Statement made.
A ton of weight on the line here in this game as well.
Crosby had Chinikov bump into him, who's knocked down by Sherrod. It comes to Raquel, fires, he scores! Hey, Ricky Rocket goes upstairs, and the first shot of the night for Pittsburgh gives them a 1-0 lead. Malkin back to Clifton. Evgeny Malkin flying around out there. Mantha off to Clifton, back to Mantha. Shea Gibson rebound. Oh, how did he hold it? Mantha scores! Anthony Mantha! He is absolutely on fire. And out at center, it's played by Chris Letang. Penguins with a real strong first period. They'd love to add to it late here. Chinikov shoots, he scores! And he does! Igor Chinikov, his 18th of the year, and it's 3-0 Pittsburgh. Kindle got in front of that. Up the wall it comes for Clifton. He'll shoot, scores! Brazeau may have gotten a piece. He did. It's 4-1. Seider back in his own zone. A ton of pressure again. Soderblom and Achari, and Soderblom's got it. Back to Shea. Shoots. Loose in front. Score! Achari! He's got another. This line strikes again. 5-1 Pittsburgh. Gage Gonsalves is the opening goal in this one. 7 minutes off the clock. There's Sammy Girard dancing his way in. Puck ricochets in front, they score! Ricard Raquel, the hot streak carries from March right into April. Under 4 minutes to go in this first period. Rust curls it right wing. Chinikov with speed, attacks the net, he scores! Little backhand beauty from Igor Chinikov, and the Penguins lead for the first time tonight.
The New York Islanders tomorrow, so that's a game we'll have to keep an eye on before heading into that 2-game weekend.
Letang across, Chinikov scores! Igor Chinikov with an 1/8 of a 10th second left.
Players for the Panthers over the years that are difference makers.
Here come the Pens in transition. Achari's shot is stopped by Bobrovsky. Rebound, score! Noel Achari! A little alley-oop to the back of the net. 20 seconds in, it's 1-0. Banks it back to Chinikov. Carlson passing to Chinikov. Here's Crosby looking. Carlson fires, scores! Carlson's got the goal, but Sidney Crosby's got 1,753 Stevie Y for the 7th most ever.
Here again early, it's been all Penguins.
Getting off the face-off, can't clear. In front, deflection! Mammoth put it to the net. It hopped past Bobrovsky. Anthony Mammoth got number 31. And that one's for baby Estelle. Russ gets dumped. Crosby back to the point. Carlson keeps it in. Here he comes. Down low, Malkin. Score! A moment made for Malkin. 1,400 points. The 23rd player ever.
Roof might have popped off this arena.
Pens right back in. Here's Novak. Throws it in front. Score! Gino's got 2. It's 5-2 Pittsburgh. Pavorka. Able to clear. There's Dewar once more. Throws it in front. Score! Elmer Soderblom goes upstairs. What a shift! Ricocheted away from him. Chips it back to Carlson, though. Raquel down low, Malkin. Back for Raquel. Backhander, score! Ricard Raquel gets it on the fun. A power play goal for Pittsburgh, and it's 7-2. Tommy Novak is taking this shift here with Mantha and Brazos. Something to keep an eye on. As Shea dips around Boquist. Shea into the slot, shoots, scores! Ryan Shea got a bounce. He's on the score sheet. 8-2.
I think they really like him there. Dan Muse, before this game, met with the media and just said they've loved this game.
Malkin a steal. He scores! And there's the hat trick for Gino Messino. Let him fly, Pittsburgh! Penguins now 0 for 2 early on the power play after going 3 for 3 yesterday. Actually entering this game, they were 5 for 5 against the Panthers. This season, they got a goal! It's Elmer Soderblom! A steal and score! 1-0, 9 minutes in.
That play was picked off, and Clifton with a good hit in behind the net also.
There's Crosby sprung in by Chinikov. He scores! Carlson again with a minute to go in the period. Down to the captain. Malkin across. Crosby in the slot. Raquel scores! These guys are like the Harlem Globetrotters out there. Power play goal for Pittsburgh as they zip it around to the back of the net. Loose puck, Malkin takes it. He's got Novak with him. Malkin and Novak. Chipped it up over the net. In front of chance, score! Rookie Raquel, everything he touches goes to the back of the net. His second of the game, 4-1. From Minnesota, Crosby out at center. He's got Rust with him. Rust takes the pass all alone. Saved by Tarasov. It bounces in. And Brian Rust has got another.
Get to that forecheck. That is the foundation of a lot of their offensive zone time. They're going to get back to it.
Here's Letang, sends it in the slot. Chinikov back across. They score! Brian Rust! First shot of the game for Pittsburgh, and they've taken the lead. Force the issue. Penguins steal it. Novak will move it ahead. Carlson's waiting on the wing. And he'll take the pass from Tommy Novak. Back to Malkin. Then Novak scores! You felt it coming for Tommy. His first in 13 games, and the Penguins have the lead right back.
Short side, glove side, top cheese, and the Penguins have their lead back. They got 2-1. Look out!
They're looking for more. Loose is Chinikov, scores! Bang, bang, and the Penguins go up 2. Igor Chinikov on the backhand.
The Devils are stunned.
Throws it across, missed Crosby. Back to the point, Shea. Fires down low, Chinikov. Kicks it free, Crosby! On the backhand, couldn't stop it, still loose, score! Gino Messino! Johnny That's it.
Here is our Insider's Associates hit tracker. Excuse me, Josh.
No, you're all right. Scores! Empty netter for the Penguins. Erik Karlsson's got it. Can you feel it, Pittsburgh? Can you feel it? Springtime hockey is on the horizon.
Off the faceoff, controlled back to Sam Girard. Spun one to Tommy Novak. Now Anthony Mantha toward the net through traffic. Score! Pittsburgh answers. Tied at 1.
Interview we had on ABC. It's a lot to process, and he's a family man now too, so that's also a factor.
Puck batted down in front. Score! Nola Chari on the doorstep. Makes it a 1-goal game. Hudson moves it. Ovechkin triggers. Shilov's got a piece of it, sprawling out of the blue paint. Hayes comes out of the box. We are back to even strength. Hayes with a step. Scores! It's a 1-goal game.
In the NHL, I actually talked with Evgeny Malkin in the locker room right after that game, in which he very confidently and boldly, guys, as that was a goal for the Penguins, puts them up 1-0.
Rutger McGroarty's got it in a building that really brings back some great memories. He had his first NHL goal here last year. Back to the point, Mayu juggled it at the line, stripped by Avery Hayes. He's gone. Hayes on a breakaway. He scores! Avery Hayes, just as the Penguins get even, puts them up 2 on the scoreboard. Pokes it down low, intercepted by Cam Fowler. And Toropchenko out the center. Hayes keeps it in. Here's Mantha. Fires! Scores! Off the turnover, Anthony Mantha adds to the Penguins' lead, and it's a runaway in the first. 3-0 Pittsburgh. Lipton's got it again. Up the wall here for Mantha. Cross-ice feed for Kindle. Lead pass. He's got Soderblom. Drives the net. Drags it, and he scores! Elmer Soderblom with an absolutely beautiful goal. And the big Swede makes it 4-1.
Pittsburgh 0 for 1 on the power play. Did not have a shot on net on their first power play. Avery Hayes, toe drag. Save Binnington. The rebound, score! He drives the net and gets his second of the game. This one also at even strength.
Deflects to the corner off Novak's stick. And Tommy Novak has it again. Penguins rolling the lines over here. Raquel drags and shoots, kicked out by Vladar. Loose puck, Malkin fires! He scores! Dino with the equalizer, and the Penguins tie it! Hence control off the draw. Karlsson for Malkin. Shoots, block, Russ scores! That's the goal they needed, and now the belief grows. Passes back to Crosby, then Malkin. Crosby up top, Karlsson fires off a stick and it deflects wide.
Broke the stick at Glendening, so it's 5 up. He's able to go to the bench and get a stick. That's a break for Glendening.
Here's Crosby back door, thrown in front, Malkin scores! A power play goal for Pittsburgh, their first lead of the series, and it's 1-0 Pens. Back to Raquel, reverses to Karlsson, across for Crosby. 40 seconds of the power play. Here's Novak. Passing to Rickard Raquel. Karlsson, one-timer, scores! Erik Karlsson let it fly and trickled through Vladar, and the Penguins have some life.
To the net with traffic.
Crosby scores! Take that, Philly! Sidney Crosby on the power play. It took him 5 seconds, and the Penguins have the lead.
Yes, it wasn't that hard of a hit by Chris Letang.
Here's Vladar out of his net. Pressured by Raquel, loose puck. Raquel scores! Rickard Raquel's first of the series. What do you you doing, Dan Vladar? It's 2-0 Penguins. Down low, Raquel. He's hit by Dvorak. Flyers trying to push it free. Crosby collides. What a job by the captain. Back to Letang. Steps in. Fires. He scores! Bang, bang! Chris Letang! Crosby created it. Letang finished it. And the Penguins are up 3-1. Zegras back to Drysdale. Shoots, saves Shilov's loose puck. Comes down low. Forster punches it. Deflects to Lazat. A chance to clear, he will. It's a foot race for Connor Dewar. Can he get it in? He does! Connor Dewar with the empty net goal. And the Penguins are in control late here in Game 4. Watersman, little hesitation. He'll pick it back up.
Pretty nifty time and space. Well, Kindle, he's a young fella, but he's smart.
Here's Mammoth, steals, centering pass, score! Soderblom on the first shot of the night, and the Penguins lead it.
Vladar had to fight that off, and the Penguins are buzzing.
Dewar shoots off the crossbar. He celebrates. The Penguins celebrate.
The Penguins knew it was in. They were celebrating. They did not wait for the horn. What a shot from Connor Dewar.
Crosby twists away from York. Passing to the point, it's Letang. His shot off a stick past Vladar. Big bounce. Where is it? They score!